how do you make the decision what you're going to do or not do here?
Yeah, I just, I didn't do my last two drills, my shoulder and my L at the combine, so I just wanted to complete that here and just get those done and out the way, and then support my guys as they went through the D-line drill. So it's fun to see them go through that.
What did you think of your? I guess we didn't get to talk to you about it of your combine performance. I mean, you're able to get under the 5 second mark.
I thought it was all right. I could have did better. I was shooting for like a 4.3. I ran the 4.3 during training camp, but I think the clock over there was broke. But I think that was really a 4.3 over there.
Any NFL teams in particular talking to you the most, or I guess who were you able to talk to?
So I had probably like 25 formal meetings, and then the other 7 teams I'm probably gonna go on visits over there and talk to them. But I'm through my time there, I talked to all 32 teams.
How were those visits going?
It was good. It was really fun. It's kind of like speed dating. You go room to room, 20 minutes, and you talk about yourself, and they ask you questions, and so it was just a good experience. I was just grateful to just have the opportunity to be there and represent my family and represent the school and the fans and the community, and it was great to see.
How was it out there competing with your heroes on the field?
It was good. It was really good. I had TD out there in my group. We had both D tackles. We held it down, and it was just good to see a familiar face. Because it just felt like I was back home here. Felt like I was back at Clemson, just doing the summer workout, and just went through the motions and did the best that I could. Gave it all I had, and I'm pretty happy with my outcome. But I'm always striving to do better. For myself. So it's some more out there. For me to grab, and I'm gonna go out there and get it when the time being.
I saw that you had family here. How important is it to have your family here, seeing you do this today?
Yeah, it's really good. I got both my parents right there, my dad and my mom. They always show up. I remember, freshman year when I wasn't playing, I was on the bench. I would tell them not to come. Like, I don't want you to come see me on the bench, but they still came and they always showed up. So I'm very appreciative of them, and just seeing their support. It just makes me go harder. So every time I see their face, it makes me go harder out there, and I'm very thankful for them because just growing up, they did a lot for me, and it's my time to give back. So I'm prepared for that, and God willing, I'll be able to do that one day.
Process been like for you, and do you pay attention to the outside noise of people projecting you as this or projecting you as that? It's kind of hard not to notice it as a whole. What's going on?
Yeah, it's been pretty good. It's been a fun process, kind of long. I started training in December to now, and just think about training for 2-3 months just for one or 2 days to show what you've been training and putting together those 3 months. And I'm not a big social media guy, so I try to stay off that because the mock drafts and stuff, they can get in your head because you truly never know what's going to happen that day, and you never know who's going to get picked where and there. So I try to stay off that stuff and not really focus on it, but I just focus on what I can focus on, and that's myself, and that's getting better as a man and growing spiritually and growing with my faith and with my family and things like that. So those are the things that I harp on. Everything else will take care of itself.
We hear from the guys over and over that you guys are well prepared for these experiences, for these opportunities. From the preparation for and the conversations and what you've seen to the reality now, what has that been like, and some of those differences from maybe what you thought it would be like to actually living in this moment right now?
Yeah, it's kind of cool. D Love, our strength trainer, he does a great job, and the things we were doing in training, some of the things we were doing here, and when people say Clemson does prepare you for everything else, it really does. So it just felt like I was going through summer training over there, doing the same drills and things like that. And then when you finally get out there, you're not nervous, but as soon as you put your hand down, the nerves strike. Everything you put into that moment, it just comes straight back to your head. You think about when it was cold outside and you were out there running at 6 a.m. Those days you didn't want to get up, but you still got up anyways. It just all floods back to your head in that one moment. And when you go out there and put on a show for the world, it's good to see that your work comes to fruition. So it was a great day for me. This was also a great day for me as well.
Your football journey started pretty late compared to other players. Being on the stage right now, is this something you could have imagined the first time you put on your helmet and shoulder pads?
Nah, I thought I was going to be an NBA player, man. I could go on and on about that. I thought I was playing basketball until I started playing football. My mom over there, she didn't want me to play football because she thought they were going to hurt me. But just being here is just it's really surreal, you know, when you finally do it and when you finally, I don't watch the NFL Combine on YouTube and TV for years, and then, you know, you're finally there. It's a different perspective. And so I'm just grateful that God put me in that, you know, opportunity and gave me the ability to do some of the things that I did out there. And I'm just very thankful and grateful to even have the opportunity to, you know, get my name called potentially. So it's just been a blessing, and I'm just taking it all in day by day.
And you said at the combine that you're sort of a human sponge. You're trying to take in all this knowledge and absorb everything about the game. But what have you learned about yourself during this whole entire process?
Shoot, I've learned that, you know, I'm a tough guy. I'm a dog, you know, just those days, it was days, man. It's 5 a.m. on a Tuesday. Nobody wants to get up, and, you know, just having to roll out of bed and look in the mirror and say, you know, you're going to make the best out of today. You know, just treat it like it's your last day and just go out there and give it your all. And I just learned how much I overcome adversity and things of that nature just throughout this process. And it was just grateful to see me transform into what I'm transforming to. I haven't even scratched the ceiling of what I know I can become, but I'm excited for what the future holds and where it's going to take me.
Where do you go from here before the draft?
So I'm just gonna stick around here, train with my guy D Love and TD, some of my guys, Sheridan and JP. We're gonna stick around here, train for a little bit, and then you know, go on my visits. I got a couple visits scheduled right now, and take those visits and just go home a couple times, maybe just throughout the process. Just it's kind of, you just wait now, and so, you know, you gotta occupy yourself in the time being. So I'm just gonna occupy myself with working out and being with my family and being with my boys.
Do you have plans yet for draft day? What your family wants to do?
I'm gonna do. I want to do something small, but my people, they always want to do big. So I'm gonna try to honor them and let them invite as much people as they want to, and so we'll go from there.
Go back to that kid. We'll call you a kid that walked on campus here the first time for a visit. Was something like this even a dream for you at that point?
Yeah, you know, you always dream of things like this, and you have that dream of being where I am today, but you never really actually think about how it's going to be when you're finally there. Like, just being here talking to y'all is just so surreal. Like, I dreamed of moments like this, being in front of the cameras, talking to you guys and letting you guys know more about my story. But when I'm actually here, it's just completely different. Like, it's a different perspective than seeing it from the outside. And once again, I'm just grateful to even have this opportunity, and I'm just very blessed. And I always thank God every day because, you know, you really never know when your last day is. And I remember being a freshman, walking in the light sea and not even knowing. I thought I was going to be here for 3 years, ended up staying for 5. And, you know, you never know where God's going to take you in your journey. So you just have to embrace the process and trust it, and just trust that all things are going to be good at the end.
Is there any players that you spoke to during this process of former or current players that helped you gain knowledge about the draft and things about that, about the whole process?
Yeah, you know, we still got our group chats from back in the day. So me, Miles, you know, the Avengers, all those guys, I'm texting them every day like, hey, did this go this way? Did this happen to you this way? What am I going to expect? And those guys, they just gave me all the knowledge they had. And so when I went in there, I already knew it was going to happen because they told me everything, every single thing down to the T. And I was well prepared for that. So shout out to them.
So being on the cusp of such an amazing event, how do you balance, like, Ain't Patty's Day just happened? Yes, I saw y'all downtown. How do you balance that college life and fun times with knowing you're about to be here and be at a pro day?
Yeah, I was never really, you know, I didn't go out much. You know, I would always be in the house watching movies, but it wasn't because I know what I have to do and I know what it takes to get to where I want to take, and some of the sacrifices I made, you know, missing out on some fun things that you would call in college, and just missing out on those little things because this time could be so short. You don't know how short it's going to be. You don't know how long it's going to be. It could be 5 years for me, 2 years, 10 years. I don't know. So I want to maximize every day, and because all that stuff is going to be there when I'm done on the other side, and so I'll handle all that stuff on the back end. But for right now, I'm just focused and locked in on where I need to be and where I need to get to.
One more for Ruke. You want to introduce the woman and man here?
My dad, Daniel Orhorhoro, and my mom, Florence Orhorhoro.
One more question. Talk about the group chat that prepared you. Were there any questions that you got from NFL teams that are either really interesting or really weird? Hear about them?
Shoot, somebody asked TD if he'd pick Sexy Red or Glorilla. That was the only wild question that I heard. I don't know what that has to do with football, but that was the only wild one that I heard. But I didn't get too off the wall questions. I would hope he picked Glorilla. I mean, I feel like she's the better rapper. Appreciate y'all. Thank you guys so much.